Hmm. Om, Om, Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Om Gam Ganapati Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahmamir Striparan Takare. Banu Shashi Bamisito. Buddha Sha Guru Sha Shukra. Shani Rahu Keteva. Sarve Graha Shanti Kara Bhavantu. Om. Om Hrim Shukraya Namaha. Om Hrim Gurave Namaha. Om Hrim Buddhaya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Greetings and welcome to Cosmic Kev 100, your weekly astro videozine where we take the planets, the stars, and the constellations rather, and the 12 houses, and put them in that mix, and in the tropical Western tradition according to your rising sign, moon, and sun sign. And let me give you a little horoscope. But I also interject some of my Vedic sidereal astrology knowledge, which I actually went to school for later in my astrological career, and I'm actually convinced that that's the stuff, because that's the cosmos as we see it in its current relationship to us on Earth. But they're both have similarities, there's some validity. So what we've got for Friday, the 21st of March. And hey, folks, if you're new to this, please subscribe, please share it. I'd like to help share these insights weekly with you, and I love hearing your impact back, what you know about it, because I learned from you as well. So I want to say hello to Nicole, thanks for your comments, and always to John and Colleen right here, my neighbors, and to Shant, and to any one of you who are there, Wordsley, all you good people. You know, there's so many of you. So let's don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. Like I said, this weekend moon will be for Friday, it's in Sagittarius, in the constellation of Scorpio still, if you're looking at it. And that part of Scorpio it would be in is a lunar mansion known as Jayista. And Jayista represents seniority. It represents being at the top of the heat. It's the older sister. It's someone who's moved up through the ranks. And we say that Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio work on the tamas, the things that are solid but ultimately will decay and dissolve. There are structures, there are dealings with businesses, our dealings with raising families, somewhat symbolic of the years of our life between, say, 28, 29 through 56, 57. That's when most of that responsibility occurs. And sometimes it happens earlier, and sometimes it's still going on later. But, after 58, 59, you're hitting your second Saturn return, you should be easing off and going into moksha, liberation from all these worldly cares. And so Jayisha is that place right before we go to moksha. And Saturday morning you'll wake up, moon will be a mula, and it's like, it's moksha time, folks. It's just like, release. And so other things happening this week is Mars is going direct Sunday. Mars has been retrograde for a while, so Mars will be direct in the constellation of Gemini, but in the sign of Cancer at, let's see, Mars goes direct at 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So that's good, because that helps us move forward with our physical health and our strength. And it's important to stay healthy these times. And I mean, we've got some man-made help, but mostly it's really traditional eating whole foods, staying away from processed foods, too much sugar, alcohol, things that hurt our health we got to stay away from. And Jayista's symbol is a talisman. Jayista's ruling planet for the moon in that place is Mercury. It's about learning and sharing information. And Jaishta is ruled by Indra, the god of gods, who never gives up in a fight. So there's this real persistence to get there, to make it happen till you've arrived. And then there's also this sense of kind of relief. One of the symbols is a talisman, an earring, an umbrella. These are rewards given to people when they pass things. So it's like somebody who's graduating from college or high school or some graduate program or some other advanced learning. It's a time to celebrate that. Somebody reaching a rank in the military or some other form of service. It's a time to celebrate that. And what we see in Jaishta is also a sign that people deal with jealousy. And other people are jealous of Jaishta often. That's that tail end of Scorpio. Now in Western astrology, moon's in Sagittarius, we want to get out in the great outdoors. We want to embrace nature, embrace our freedom, and share our specialty of knowledge that we have a lot. A lot of times I think of like sports fanatics in Sagittarius, but there's people that are nature fanatics and religious fanatics and philosophy fanatics. I mean, you can be a fanatic about atheism even. I mean, whatever it is that's taking you. I think never lose sight of your divine parents. Never lose sight of there's been a constant stream of connectedness that brings us to where we are today. And this is where we're going. And now that the sun's moved into Pisces, we've got kind of two Jupiter things going on here, which really promote, let's get back to God. Let's get back to the Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, to Mother Earth, all spiritual, natural things that stimulate life and hope. Let's be in that place. And we are going to go sign by sign, beginning with Aries. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. Pisces time is a 12th house transit, so that's about loss. Mars going direct, albeit in Cancer in Western astrology, in your 4th house. This could signify you finally can move. If you were wanting to move, you're going to be able to move. Taking action in the home, trying to keep peace in the home, cleaning up a house, doing house improvements, digging a garden. All of these things are great things to work on this weekend. You might, if you have to work on weekends, then you're going to be up into it because the moon will be transiting your 10th house. Now, greetings, Taurus. So here's another thing that happens this week is that we have Venus going retrograde on Sunday. Yeah, I know. Or, well, let's see. It actually happens Saturday at 4:36 p.m. So Venus retrograde only happens every 2 years. And some more mundane astrologers say it's kind of difficult on women. It's probably difficult on the signs of Taurus and Libra, but I'd say more so in the sidereal sense. So if you're a late-born Taurus or a late-born Libra at the tail end of those signs, and you're both in Vedic and Western astrology, you're going to be the people that are going to feel it the most. And I'd also say people that have a lot of Venus-ruled planets are also going to feel it. But what happens when a planet's retrograde is actually it's closer to Earth. So in a way, and especially since in sidereal astrology, Venus isn't in Aries, it's actually in Pisces constellation, there's going to be amazing artwork, folks. There's going to be amazing, and there's a Parivatana yoga between Jupiter and Pisces in the sidereal zodiac. So there's this exchange of great spiritual knowledge, great earthly blessings between these two planets, Jupiter and Venus right now. And even though, I know there's a lot of gloom and doomsayers, one-trick ponies, keep fishing in the same spot. Sometimes we have to move to a new spot, to make things work for us. And I just want to keep that in mind as we go. Mars going direct in your 3rd house, is positive because Third house is a Karaka. It's an activator of Mars. And especially if you have male siblings, brothers, you can really make a better relationship with them in this time. And working on all your communication, your transportation, moving from here to there. Greetings, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So we've got, Jupiter is in your first house. So Jupiter gives us spiritual knowledge. It gives us great wisdom. It gives us scientific knowledge too. It's about that whole vibration, the sound of the universe, that brrr, that brihaspati. That brihaspati is guru to the gods that teaches the godly conduct. Just like Jesus said, not my will, Father, but thy will be done. That we have a surrender. It's like, the highest intelligence in the universe, I want to be aligned with that and move forward with that. And that's what's going to help you. And it's kind of a romantic Friday, kind of deep stuff that, you may need to lay low or just let other people have the power this weekend. I mean, that would be my only advice. But, Pisces is your 10th house, your career stuff, the way you do your karma with the public. So that's what you're working with a lot. Now, we've got Mars in the first house for Cancer. So greetings, Cancer. Mars is going direct. Maybe you've been just seething over something. But I think you're going to be able to release whatever it is you're seething about and just be open. And a lot of times we think we know things, but we're only pretending. The complete truth doesn't usually happen to us until the afterlife. And even then, things are always changing. So even what's real and what's true is constantly being adjusted. And that's sort of the nature of impermanence. Now, this weekend looks kind of romantic and nice with Moon and Capricorn in your 7th house. So there could be good time for romance here. As far as like money goes, there's a lot of changes being made in that department with Pluto there. But there's a lot of good fortune too with all these Pisces planets. So, I mean, overall, you're doing better than you've done in a while, and I just expect things to keep getting better and better and better and better. And there's a new moon too, folks. I mean, we've got a new moon coming on Thursday, and we've got Shivaratri, which is the ultimate letting go of the old year. It's also welcoming love, the divine union. So that's going to happen Thursday, the 24th at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. There's like a mantra you can say for that. And it's Om Triambakam Yajambahe Sukande Pushtivardhanam Uruvar Kamiva Bandhanam Ret Yor Mokshi Amamratat. You do that for a few times and you'll feel different. If you do this for 108 times, things get real different. Greetings, Leo. Welcome to your horoscope. So, it's like Aquarius is your partnership sign. We're moving into 8th house territory. And I guess, the Dustana houses, the 6th, the 8th, and the 12th are considered, the more dangerous. They're a little more transformational. They're a little harder to deal with. Your intuition is really up with the 8th house. Your knowledge of impermanence, death, other people's property, your spouse being more empowered right now, and other things that are out of your control. I mean, Saturn transiting it can be kind of depressing. It's not like what we're all looking forward to. Hey, great, I got Saturn transiting my 8th house right now. But it's like a learning, it's a humbling, and it's a wearing away of the ego. And so if you can just let go of your ego and just focus on what's good around you and people that are good, like giving people compliments and stuff, and giving money to people, giving things away to help others. That's the real wealth right now. And you will be rewarded. And if things are too much, ask your friends for help. Don't be too proud of a cat right now, because you'll be missing out on the greatest blessings. And not only are you getting blessed by other people, they're actually blessing themselves by helping you. Well, hello, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. I mean, this is a time where we're looking at partnership issues. This is a time where we're looking at our relationship to others, and we're out of that sticky, hard-working 6th house of Aquarius. We're now in the 7th house of Pisces. It's sort of like the eye of the hurricane. It's like, breathe deeply. And I think, Shivaratri, especially if you're a Virgo or a Pisces, it's kind of like, this is a magic time of celebrating love. I mean, Valentine's gets it a little bit early, but this is a time where we can just empty ourselves of the past and welcome ourselves to the most divine aspects of the masculine, the most divine aspects of the feminine, and just let go of everything that's not working. It's going to be so beautiful. And, even with Venus going retrograde, Venus will be heading back towards your 7th house. So there's sort of this feeling like, love is coming. Love is returning. I don't have to worry. And I can make good relationships. And if you're not in a relationship and you want to be one, well, you'll be in one. And I would say, Tuesday and Thursday, which is Shivaratri, just doing spiritual practice, austerities, praying for others, making donation, fasting, they're very powerful. And so, greetings Libra, welcome to your horoscope. Pisces time is like 6th house period. Now Venus is in the 7th, so that's really beautiful right now. So relationship-wise, it should be good. You should have a blessed Shivaratri. Helping others, or just helping yourself, being chill if you're not feeling well and you need to just take a few days off to kind of rejuvenate, start eating better, eating the most healthy, regenerative superfoods. That's the thing to do. Not too much sugar or alcohol, things that stress out the kidneys. Oh, those are no fun. We do not want to do that right now. You've got a lot of good teachings, a lot of good things coming your way. Weekend looks really good for just chilling out at home. Beginning of the week, you get way many creative ideas, and so like even in Shivaratri on Tuesday, Wednesday, just be in your heart, and honor the intelligence of the heart, and realize this is a very creative period, and you're going to tap into some amazing stuff this week. So I want you all to know that, Melissa, if you're watching, I'm thinking about you. You're coming into some really creative stuff, and all my artist friends out there, you're going to be doing awesome. So Sierra, that means you, and David, and every one of my friends, Whipple, everyone who's creative. This is a magic time for us, folks. Greetings, Scorpio, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Mars is going direct in the 9th house, and it's like challenges that were rough are going to become a lot less challenging. You're going to be able to move forward in a better way with high knowledge and with a sense of adventure. You have to be cautious because you're in some unknown territory now that you're able to move through and negotiate. Relationship-wise, it's kind of unpredictable. It's sort of like you have to give back. But creativity-wise, with Pisces ruling Scorpio's 5th house, this is ground zero for creative Scorpios. So you people that are your Veronica Lakes, you Claude Monets, your Georgia O'Keeffes, your Pablo Picassos out there. This is a time of just immense creativity. You Joni Mitchells, you Neil Youngs, all this creative expression in Scorpio. It gets really good. And if you have children, it's like watch your children and their lives and your grandchildren. That's going to be a big deal this week as well. And there's going to be some higher learning. There's more opportunities for travel. I just think immense good is coming. Immense good is coming. Keep the faith, pray with your heart. Don't just do the ritual and the mantra. Find something that motivates your heart and get into that way. Worship a loving, living God and have a relationship with him and her. That divinity. And that's going to take you far. Now, greetings, Sagittarius. I visualize, I see. That's your key phrase. Pisces, another Jupiter ruled sign. in your fourth house, your home, your family, your ancestry, the elders. That's what you're looking at this week. We've got Shivaratri going on. That's in your third house, kind of like your community and your neighbors. If you want to do a little neighbor thing together, even if you don't want to honor Hindi tradition, you want to do something maybe more Christian and just pray together, that's going to help. Or something a little bit more in the Jewish lineage, and say your brachas together, have blessings for people, do some mitzvahs, that's going to uplift everything. And what we have here is our relationship with people that are divine, and if you're a female Sagittarius and you've been waiting for your husband or loved one, or that, see them in a way that puts them in a more godlike position, compassionately, and somehow that's going to motivate. Now, there's a little bit of impatience with Mars now going direct in the 8th house. It's always important to guard ourselves against envy. I mean, you got a lunar return if you're a later born Sagittarius or mid-born, if you're born between December 3rd and 15th, this is sort of, there's a lot on your plate this Friday, but there'll be this kind of release, and you can kind of manifest this weekend. And I think after Shivaratri and the new moon on Thursday, you're kind of ready for this blessed new start. Well, greetings Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. I mean, this weekend, starting with Saturday, is kind of meant for you, and I think really good things. One of the things about the Mula Nakshatra Saturday is there's a lot of intuitive depth. There's a lot of willingness to heal things and to spread more healing in the world. Relationship-wise, it's important now that Mars is direct in your 7th house. So like Western astrology, that's open enemies. Vedic astrology, it could also be peacekeeping, because Mars' purpose is to get rid of evil. And so I remember my dad saying this quote, it was that a soft answer turneth away wrath. And so, like, if people are getting on your case and say, well, thanks for sharing that with me, I can understand how you might feel like that. That avoids fights, really. It's like, oh, wow, I got heard. I wasn't expecting that. I was hoping to get in a fight. And a lot of people do want to fight, What I've noticed is that, like, since, like, the pandemic and stuff, people participate in group bullying. Oh, that person didn't do this. Oh my God, they went outside without a mask. Oh my God, let's get on their case. Oh yeah, let's go get them. And it's like, really? Has that made your life better? Do you feel good about yourself for participating in that? I'd say have some really good cold look on yourself. Have you ever been that kid that was picked last on a team when they were picking teams, or got teased because their teeth were crooked, or because they had an accident in the classroom, or they were overweight or something? Victims of group bullying. It happens early, folks, and we really want to avoid those scenarios by being compassionate to those who aren't really having much compassion showed to them. That even goes for leadership sometimes. Leadership we don't like. It can be really hard to be that person in that place, even if we feel like we're being victimized by them. Things are about friends, siblings, writing, doing your creative work. That's where any kind of art, if you're a creative Capricorn, this is going to be great for you. I see a lot of inspiration coming on, and you can tap into that and make it work. Okay. Greetings, Aquarius. Welcome to your horoscope. So here you are. You've got all these insights. You have a lot of knowledge. And the nice thing about Aquarius, fixed air, it's like you can be calm in that knowledge. I mean, the hard part is if you're too fixed on what you know. And I know is Aquarius's key phrase. We miss out on some of the things that'll help us get along better and facilitate something. And one of the things I thought about Aquarius and psychology is one of the things they're scared of most is that people will think they're normal. They know, they go out of their way to prove they're not normal. It's like sometimes it's just a little bit too much. You just might want to back off a little bit. But here's like the gift you have. You're so innovative. You're so practical that you inspire others. Like I've just seen so many Aquariuses that are able to invent things like tools that fix things more easier, or they put an awning over their doorway to keep the rain off. Just little things like that, and that's your gift. And Pisces is where you manifest. You manifest money, you manifest wealth, you manifest better relationships with family members. I'm not saying with Neptune and Saturn in that second house there aren't going to be obstacles, but the point is, God, I'm grateful for these obstacles. What could I do that would make our relationship more fluid and better? That would be, that'd be the question to ask. And maybe even eating, working on dental health, getting new glasses, some of those things might come up too. And I would just say like exercise is going to get easier with Mars moving direct in your 6th house, so that's positive. Well, hello Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, this new moon coming on Thursday is all about you, and it's a new moon in Pisces on a Jupiter day on a Thursday, 4:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There is this incredible release. There is this upliftment that is coming. There's this renewal coming, and so a lot of things in the past that have kind of haunted you, just kind of pay your bills, do your best, clean house. Get ready for a new cycle of hope and growth. And really don't worry about the government. Don't worry about what's going on out there. Put your concern in what's going on here. Because if you govern this and you're able to govern this, miracles begin. Miracles are going to happen. And you're really the miracle we're waiting on. And there's a lot of pressure. I mean, we've got Mercury in the 1st house. We've got Saturn there, we've got Neptune there, we've got the Sun there, and so, sometimes the Sun can be a little bit malefic, it's a little bit too hot, can be a little too ego. Saturn slows us down, creates obstacles, makes us work hard, sometimes isolates us, it's rough. Mercury gives us information, but Mercury in Pisces is debilitated because Pisces got this wild imagination, and it doesn't always know how to distinguish between fact and fiction so easy. So it's like we need to just kind of relax and stay in our lanes, This much I do know. I know that walking barefoot grounds me. So if you're in an area that's, you're not going to get frostbite, I would do a little barefoot grounding walking, 20 minutes, lovely. It can regenerate your health according to science in major ways. And Jupiter is in the 4th house of home. A lot of things that we want to do, sometimes we take too much action. Let's receive, let's write in our journals, let's visualize what we want, and let's help that thing that we're visualizing happen. You have to give it a push. And there's a manifestation of money, but you need to not get too hungry for things, because you end up eating too much and it just gives you a bellyache. So just relax and, maybe start swimming again and start exercising, start loving your people. If you have male children, pay some more attention to them. They need a little help right now. And basically, you are the blessing you've been waiting for. And so I'm just going to close this horoscope with a little prayer. And I just, Great Spirit, Grandfather, Divine Lord, Holy Mother, thank you. Thank you for giving me this. Thank you for this audience of wonderful people, all your children, and how you care about them. And let them feel cared for. Let them feel motivated to care for other beings all around them and to nurture a better space on this planet. And that we can pick up the slack for each other and be in a place of wholeness. And yeah, there's some people that are drains and it's hard. Let us have compassion and know when we have to kind of set our boundaries. And for those who are perhaps maybe not that attractive to us, but really may have a gift for us, help us open up our hearts to those people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing. You are all beautiful and you're all valuable. I love you.